Okay, we have Mr. John Bartee of the Organization of Librarians in Minnesota. He is the chairman of the Constitution Committee, and he will be telling us some of the highlights of the current Constitution and what's in the draft. Mr. Bartee, go ahead.
Yeah, yesterday in our meeting we completed the Constitution. We'll be meeting next Saturday to put into place things that we think. Usually when you write these kind of things, you check it and go over again because you will be thinking for hundreds of years, children unborn. So you have to be very critical, and look back and look front and see what is good for the people. So we concluded the Constitution yesterday, and we'll be going back on Saturday, putting into place things that are very important to the Liberian community. A couple of things we want to address, maybe the issue of the bowl. That the Constitution is to reflect our 501c status, to reflect non-profit. So we're moving the Constitution from a presidential stage to a bowl-oriented community. And so if you have to do that, you have to look at other bowls, other non-profit, other organizations, and put into place the things that will help them. So that's what we've been doing. And I have a co-chair, very nice and smart gentleman, Pew Reeve and Draper, Christian Harris, Sarah Tapper, Ben Brown, whereas two Liberian journalists in the Twin City. So all the things that we've been working on then, and we have Naomi Sharif, and she's been working along. So we've been doing some work on the issue of the Constitution. I want to say thank you, Kevin, for giving us the opportunity. Another issue I wanted to quickly address is the issue of the Miss Liberia, whether it's Miss Liberia, is Mrs. Liberia, whatsoever name they give it. It's not fair to the community. What we know in the United States is the U.S. government or U.S. institutions gave Donald Trump and other people to run the Miss USA, but the overall benefit comes to the U.S. population. In the case, few individuals from our research went to the state of Minnesota and bought it right. How they did it, we don't know. People from the old leadership, from the old bowl, did this thing, and it's not fair to the Liberian people in the state. Nobody benefit. The county leaders are not consulted. The leadership in the place have not benefited. Become a few individuals who benefit from it, and the larger community have nothing to do with it. So we are mandating we'll be putting in the Constitution the issue of who has the right to stage the concert for the Liberian leadership, and who is the most beautiful or the more likely smart lady in our community, and the proceeds should benefit the total community, not few individuals, the community as a whole. And the county leader, that most of the counties in the state of Minnesota leaders have projects in their various counties. So whosoever wins from each county or from any other county should be able to share the money so that people from other places will benefit, not few individuals. So we mandate that constitutionally so that the people whosoever given the right will know that the right they have is illegal, and that if it means we will go to court, and we mean that we see the Secretary of State, because it's a right of the Liberian people.
Mr. Bartee, so you're saying that the counties will be having individual queen contests, and then from there you'll be picking people to go to the Miss Liberia contest. You mentioned the counties. What does that have to do with the Miss Liberia contest?
Well, we like to put things in perspective. For example, in the United States, before you have Miss USA, the states have their own contest. Every state is represented by a beautiful, smart lady, and then you go to Miss USA. You don't just get up and say, we have Miss USA. How do they arrive at the counter? How do they arrive? You have to come to a level from the bottom up. And that has been our problem. People want to start from the top. So what we're seeing, there will be counties or organizations having their concert, and the lady who emerge will come to the fore, to the total, and then we, from the bottom up, that's what we want to do. And then we benefit everybody. Everybody will be at peace with the process. The mandate would be that the OLM will give the right to an organization that will head a concert. OLM itself will not be the one doing that, but they will give it to an implementing partner that will give room to librarian organization to bid. Whosoever had the best proposal that will suit the interest. Take for instance, Deputy Kofa won. None of us know except you in the press. Do we know what they gave her or what they have done? Is it a scholarship they gave to those who win? Is it money or what? What is the benefit of the participant in the process? So
the OLM will actually be like a regulatory board to make sure that people benefit in the way it's supposed to.
That's our intent. You know, the Constitution have an intent and spirit. The intent is for the larger group of the people. OLM will not be the implementing factor. They will be the regulating factor, so that the larger Liberian population in the state of Minnesota, perhaps in Liberia, will benefit from our actions. So but I want you to know that the Constitution has been arranged in a way that those who were elected, the board and the presidency, will emerge in a multi-Liberian who approve the Constitution to serve their term with the framework of the new Constitution. For example, will not be having president, will be having executive director. So automatically, the president resume the role of executive director until the end of his term. At the end of his term, then the board will hire a new president.
How many board members would you have?
We constitutionally have to be at least 7, and the maximum, the seating will be 14.
So right now, in the next few months, are we looking at a board of 14 persons or 7 persons?
I will be looking at a 14-person board.
So how will those other 9 people be added to the board?
The fact that we don't have money now, we just coming from election, and you know all the hulu balloons that followed the last election. So we don't have money. The executive director, who is the president and who have the mandate of the people, will be given the right to appoint the people and end their term. At the end of the term, those will be out for elections.
All right. You have any other issues or highlights of the constitutional committee that you want to add this time?
Well, yeah, the things we just wanted to speak to quickly is the issue of tenure. Because we don't want to have an election every 2 years, so the tenure of the board by the agreement of the Constitutional Committee has been expanded to 3 years, and the board itself has been expanded. And the issue of election commission is the issue because, you know, 2 times now, the last election have all been controversial. So this time, the election commission will only submit their budget to the finance committee and the executive director, and the executive will approve it, and the financial the director will be the one heading the voter along with the membership committee will be heading the voter registration. They will do the registration of voters, and the chairman of the election commission will only implement the elections laws and implement the candidates and go out. But they will not be collecting money and then doing that. No, I think that is unlawful, and we, you know, there is a parable: if you can learn from your mistake, then you are a fool, and we don't think we have to go back to that.